Hello everybody and welcome back to another Figurehead Reviews video, and today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Yon Rogg from the Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure wave and part of the Captain Marvel movie wave. So we have Yon Rogg here displayed in the front window with his gun and Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure. We get the Captain Marvel logo there at the top, the Kree Sentry there, we get all that info there. We get some artwork here on the side and on this side as well, and then on the back more artwork. Down here we do have all the other figures needed in this wave to complete the Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure, and then at the top we have the read-up. Leader of the Star Force team, Yon Rogg is the hero among the Kree and a key asset to the supreme intelligence in the war against the Skrulls. And down here at the bottom, we do have the UPC code, so you can check with your local retailer to see if they have this in stock. But enough about that, let's get this open and take a look at Yon Rogg. And here is Yon Rogg outside of his packaging, and I don't know, it's kind of a cool design on the figure. I do like the Star Force look and things like that, and I'm sure there must have been some sort of licensing deal in terms of the cost or the contract or something as to why we didn't get a Jude Law head. But man, that would have been really cool to get an unmasked version. And I feel like the head, like the forehead's too high with this mask. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I don't know. It's an okay figure. When standing straight up, he does come in at about 6¼ inches tall, which puts him at 15.9 centimeters. He does come with a Build-A-Figure piece, which is the torso to the Kree Sentry, and then he comes with that gun that he's got in his right hand there. So why don't we go ahead and get a closer look at the gun, and then we'll get a better look at Yon Rogg. And looking at the only weapon that we get here with Yon Rogg, we can see this pistol, which has a pretty cool design, I suppose. Very sci-fi feel. A lot of sharp lines and things like that. There's no additional paint or deco or anything like that, so it is quite plain looking. And as you can see, though, it does fit in his hand quite nicely. The trigger finger does rest on the upper portion there of the grip, so yeah, that's not bad. I like it. And getting up close here, you can see pretty decent looking head sculpt, but I don't know, what do you think? I still think the top of his head looks too big. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But it's actually still well done. The area around the mouth and everything came out looking good, and they actually did a little bit of paint on the lips there, it looks like, to help it stand out some. And then you get a little bit of marbling there at the top, but overall, pretty decent looking design. And yeah, I'll say it came out okay. I still think that it would have been cool if we would have gotten an unmasked head sculpt for Jude Law, but oh well. Going down the rest of the figure, we can see pretty cool logo there on the chest for the Star Force logo. Little bit of a miss on some of the paint, but the line work throughout looks pretty good, and the green on it, I like that metallic shine that we get throughout. I think that looks good. But as you look at some of these lines, you can see they kind of missed just a little bit here and there as far as where it was lined up or where it needed to be lined up according to the sculpt work. But still came out okay. He's got a belt here that is not molded in, so it is movable, and it has that same metallic green color. And then on his arms, he's got these big pieces glued on to his forearm, which is a little bit of a downer because it does limit the articulation on the elbow, so that is a bummer. But not a whole lot of sculpting going on there. Boy, a lot of marbling in that hand. How about this one? Not too bad. But we get that little wrist-mounted thing on both sides, and it is just looks like it's just a separate piece that was glued on. It doesn't look like it was molded onto the forearm. And then going down, we see a lot more cool sculpt work going into the legs, but not as much paint, just the green there and then that line. And then, yeah, boy, that marbling showing up again. So a lot of marbling with this figure, but I don't know. I still think it came out looking pretty cool. I like the back there. This chest or the back piece here is pretty neat looking. So yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Looking at the articulation, so you have a head that can go side to side. It can look down about that far, look up that far. It does have shoulders that can come up, not too bad. Full rotation. He has a bicep swivel, the double jointed elbows, but as I just mentioned, it's a little bit limited. You do have rotation and a hinge on the wrists. You have an ab crunch that can go, not very far, and go back, also not very far. It does have waist rotation, legs that can come apart that far, kick forward that far, back not much at all, upper thigh cut, double jointed knee, and then he does have a hinge and ankle pivot. And oh, look at that, he does have a boot cut as well. And finally, here is the entire MCU Captain Marvel wave, starting at the left with Nick Fury, then Yon Rogg, the Star Force Target exclusive displayed here as Minerva. We have Captain Marvel, the Bomber Jacket Captain Marvel, Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure, Genisvel, the Grey Gargoyle, and Talos. And that about does it for this review, everyone. So don't forget to take a look down below in the comments section. I will be leaving my final thoughts on this figure down there. Make sure to leave your own comments and your own thoughts on this figure as well. And if you have any feedback on the review, I'd love to hear that as well. Aside from that, make sure to hit that like button if you like this review. Make sure to subscribe for more content just like this. And aside from that, thanks for watching my video and have a great day.